good afternoon, alternatively good morning, good evening, wherever you are in this wonderful world on a wonderful Sunday. I'm in the fine city, home of Norwich City's rather good Premier League team, fresh from stunning the football world, with a 3-2 win over Manchester City. You don't need me to go into the details. If you're on here, the PinkUn App, you know exactly what's gone on at Carrow Road. A Carrow Road like I've never heard it, I must be honest. In many a year I've sat in that press box. I'll be delicate with the words I choose, but when your City stand punters are up and out at a block tackle or a run into the corner of the park or just a ball going out of play, then you know you've been witnessing something rather special. And I'm not going to drone on anymore because I have a lot of the national papers, and I can honestly say, I think I'm trying to remember before I press record, at least a season, maybe longer, I've been doing these. Never seen the volume of coverage, obviously heavily Man City and Pep Guardiola flavoured, but nevertheless these papers in front of me stacked full of Norwich City, and great to see. So without further ado, we will begin with the Sunday Telegraph. Todd Cantwell might want to get down to the newsagents in Dereham. Yellow fever, says the Sunday Telegraph. Farke's men score a stunning victory over the champions, and it's already advantaged Liverpool in the title race. And actually, it just reminded me, there's a fantastic, huge picture of... Got my fingers and thumbs out. Yeah, might not get all this in the shot, but what about that for a picture? That, ladies and gentlemen, in case you needed to be told, is Kenny McLean, the Lord Mayor himself, rising imperiously at the near post to put Norwich in front. And that really set the tone, didn't it? Pookie, the deadly finisher, on target again as Norwich punish slack City, writes John West at in the Telegraph. I'll give you a flavour of the content. Man City imploded at Carrow Road as a makeshift Norwich inflicted an embarrassing and emphatic defeat on the champions. Centre-back Nicholas Otamendi was guilty of an appalling individual error to hand Teemu Pukki the all-important third goal after McLean and Cantwell had scored for the hosts. Yeah, absolutely. No quotes in that piece though, but suffice to say, it was an embarrassing defeat if you're Manchester City, and that's no disrespect to Norwich because, as the Telegraph reported quite rightly, makeshift probably doesn't do it justice. 7 senior players injured, and Patrick Roberts ineligible against his parent club. When you're naming 2 keepers on the bench, then you know things are pretty depleted, as Norwich did, and in that context, well, you could use a lot of superlatives, but I'm going to move on to the Sun on Sunday because this is my favourite headline: Sting like a canary. Wish I'd thought of that one. Norwich 3, Man City 2, Farke boys KO the champs. Pep Guardiola watches Man City suffer their first Premier defeat in 9, in big letters, months, yet was happy with the showing. Yeah, to be fair, having sat in his press conference, he kind of underlined that they're not machines, they're not robots, they are humans and they do make mistakes. But over the piece, as that would testify to, 1 defeat in 9 months, they've more than delivered for him, haven't they? 98 points, they win the title. Phenomenal. Probably his second favourite headline in these papers. Yellow hammer. Bit of politics for you there, although we'll leave it there. Farke's injury ravaged side stung Guardiola. Norwich pulled off one of the biggest shocks in Premier League history and dropped a hand grenade on Man City's title dreams. The Prem new boys, missing half of their first team through injury, were not supposed to upset the form book like this, yet they courageously, good word, battered the champions into submission, leaving punters in Norfolk and Merseyside in dreamland, and Pep Guardiola one frustrated viewer. Yeah, I think that probably sums it up, doesn't it? Some of the match stats, just to give you a sort of a flavour of, if you wasn't there in person or didn't watch the game. 69% Manchester City, 31 for Norwich. Total passes, Norwich 314, Manchester City 666. Could go on, but you get the sense that for me was Farke is absolute pragmatic best, because as we all know, Norwich would normally shade possession, maybe not to that degree, but more often than not, because that's the way he wants to play. That's how he sets his teams up. But with the lack of resource with the opposition who were playing, we saw the pragmatic side. You know, McLean, Tete, brilliant. Amadou Godfrey, brilliant. Sam Byram, wow. Max Aarons might not be a shoo-in when he does get back, but yeah, unbelievable from the coach, unbelievable from them players. Moving swiftly on, Sunday Mirror, Canary Stings, even making the front page, Marco Stiepermann. And back of the paper, Dream Team, homage to Mr. Pookie. Pep Guardiola insisted Man City's shock defeat at Norwich will have zero impact on the title race. Yeah, I mean, basically, as you would expect, the Nationals are filtering this result more through what it meant for for Man City and obviously Liverpool. Liverpool now 5 points clear after 5 games. But as somebody pointed out to me after the game, I think they had a bigger advantage last season, and Man City reeled that in. So I think in that context, Guardiola certainly wasn't pressing the panic button. Oh yeah, this is a good headline as well. I forgot about this one. Thin edge of the wedge. City slipped 5 points behind Liverpool. Puck to the drawing board, Pep. Okay. Let's see if we can give you a flavour of the quotes, actually. I've not heard from Mr. Farker, and he came out with some great stuff, as always. Particularly about how he'd celebrate. I mean, I tweeted it. But if you haven't seen my tweet, he essentially said he was too old to go out partying. He'll go back to the sofa and have a piece of cake, which for his body's probably not the best for his waistline, but there you go. I think he probably deserves a slice of Battenberg. The dressing room is buzzing, Carrow Road is buzzing. Yeah, to bring it full circle to what I said at the start, to win against one of the best teams in the world without injury problems is special. Hear, hear. And finally, we have the Mail on Sunday, and why I'm showing you the front page, because it's Mind the Gap. Again, heavily on Man City in the title race. Although I've just seen this, I'm quite happy to see this. Furious Wilder, it's always a good headline to start with. VAR blast. So it's not only Norwich who feel have had a bit of a thin end of the wedge with the old VAR calls. Sloppy. There we go. I'm not really doing that justice, but this is a particularly heavy paper. This must be about 100 pages, 134 pages. If you want value for money, the Mail's your paper today. Sloppy City leave City left stunned. I haven't been drinking. Light at centre half, still an issue at left back, and now they look vulnerable. Yada yada yada. Yeah, so it's again heavily Man City focused. But do we care? No. But they have, the Mail, just pulled out this team goal, which was the second one. The one finished by Cantwell, but started by Tim Krul, and I think that ultimately underlines that, you know, as Guardiola said about Norwich, they were brave. They still wanted to pass the ball, even though they had far less possession. And I think that for me, I'm going to sign off. That's probably the best way to sign off. Brave. It was brave. And they got the just rewards. And as a result, they can enjoy it for a few days. But as Daniel said, Burnley will do them no favours at Turf Moor. So the relentlessness of the Premier League rolls on. But that's for another day. Wherever you are in this world, if you're a Norwich City fan, enjoy your weekend. And obviously goes without saying, get my professional head on. PinkUn.com, massive amounts of content, video, audio. We've done a pod that'll be out later today. Plenty of quotes, plenty of analysis. We'll have a gallery up there later on. Dave Freezer has got a poll going. Was that the greatest Carrow Road game ever? So by all means, drop on to PinkUn.com, cast your vote. But it certainly takes some beating. Thanks for watching.